Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy Carell, and for those of you who are just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a homeschooling mom in Jamaica, amongst other stuff. I like to do the things that make me feel good. This channel is my journey, my story, my experience. Life from my eyes. Guys, I'm sorry. I really tried to record the video without the glasses on, but the light from the ring light and my light sensitivity in my eyes, it wasn't working. Bear with me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Homeschooling. I mean, I knew it would have been challenging. I did my research, I read up on it, I looked at the curriculum, I did a lot of stuff before actually starting the process. And so, I thought I was prepared, like I knew it would be challenging, but there are a few things that I learned throughout the journey of the first term and that I have used to adjust the course for the second term. Now, one of the main things I've learned is that you have to keep kids engaged. Like, yes, that's natural. So I knew that, but I mean, throughout the homeschooling sessions, whatever hours there are, you have to keep them engaged because they'll get bored easily. And in the moment that they get bored, they no longer have that interest, that energy to put into the learnings that you're trying to give them. And so I have found different ways to include games and puzzles and outdoor activities that can lead to them feeling more engaged and being more interactive. Like, for example, like a science class, instead of having, I have two sons, one is almost 10, next month he'll be 10, and the other one is 6. Now, instead of separating them for every class, I mean, one of the things I do is try to have them do similar things throughout the same time. So there are certain learnings that will be able to coexist, very well. So the other day there was a science class and we were doing the root systems. And I had the younger one playing assistant, and then they went outside and started digging around, had on their gloves, and started digging to identify the different types of roots. And
hello, good morning. My name is Raheem Williams, and I am doing grade 4 science. This is my assistant, Kai. He's my brother. Hi. And we will be looking for some fibrous roots and taproots.
awesome. It was so cool, and especially with the older one being captain and explaining what roots are for and explaining what this one does and what type of plants would usually have this kind of root. And it was so interesting and awesome to watch because they were getting along so well. They were having fun, but at the same time they were learning. Now, originally I wanted to be on a completely different curriculum than the government, mainly because here in Jamaica, in my opinion and the opinion of some teachers that I've asked, it's very restrictive. There's a lot of information, a lot of fluff in the curriculum, and at the end of the day, the kids are still, they're just not really getting what they want to get sometimes. In terms of, there's a child, for example, my older son wants to be a computer programmer. How the curriculum is structured, yes, it has a lot of academic stuff and everything, but it doesn't give the way for us to just include some other things. If I do that, he's gonna get bogged down with information because the curriculum itself is already heavy. So my preference would have been to have him on a more open curriculum, one of those that you can purchase, and so I'd be able to manipulate it in terms of adding new things and removing things as he no longer needs them, because it's my strict belief to raise and guide the children in the way that they want to actually go. So if I have a child who wants to be a computer programmer or somebody who wants to be a professional dancer, I wouldn't just say, you know what, no, I don't think that would work. This is what you need to focus on. I said, no, I'm going to help you to find out about that profession and help you to understand what it is that comes with it, and how to get there. And if you still think that's the path that you want to go on, I will help and guide you towards that path. I think that's what parenting is. But that's just my opinion, right? So in saying this, one of the main things I learned is that you have to be very flexible. So that's two things now. One, keep them engaged. Two, be very flexible. So me still being on the government curriculum, it puts me in a place where I have to see now how best I'm going to incorporate other things into that curriculum and have them being woven in so he can get a holistic approach to learning. One of the other things is that the time, kids usually go to school from 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning until like 2:30. And that's the norm. So we think it's okay, we think it's normal. But when you have a child and you're homeschooling them, there are different time limits. There's like a learning period where for each age group or each learning group, they would have a different time. Some kids are an hour and a half, some are 3 hours, but nowhere does it go up to like 8 hours for the child having to be learning. Because life itself, you're teaching them that life itself is a learning experience and they can learn in every moment. So then the 100% focus on, okay, this is what we're doing, and writing and focusing, it doesn't need to come for 8 hours. Once you teach the child to have their minds open enough where they can understand that everything in life is a learning experience and they can understand how to grasp information and knowledge from things, then you're doing a great job. So I learned to be very engaging. I learned to be very flexible and open in how you can introduce new things to their minds. I learned that the time limits differ and vary for children and their ages and how they learn. That leads to another thing. Each child learns differently. Some are readers. When they read, they'll absorb that information, they'll learn, they'll grasp it. Some of them, they have to do. Some will listen and they'll be able to understand and learn, and some will have to see it. So everyone learns differently, and you have to take the time out to understand the child that you're working with, understand your own child, and it will help you to put the information in a way that they can relate to and that they can understand and grasp easily. One thing that I absolutely love about homeschooling is that it has brought me closer to my sons. It has helped us build a bond that is amazing, because I learn more about them now, being with them all the time and understanding how they learn and watch their minds just open and unfold, and being able to guide them in such a way I think is really a blessing for me, because there are certain things that I want to teach them, to share with them, and now I have this opportunity to do that. And yeah, I love it. It helps me to understand myself more as a person too, because I have to get more organized. It taught me a lot in terms of organizational skills, because I was okay when it comes to being organized, but I wasn't the best. And so being a homeschooling parent has taught me that everything has a place and a time and a structure, and if you lay it out that way, even if you go off path or you get distracted for something, you can always look back at that structure and know where it is you're going, what's your goal, what's your plan, what is the outcome that you're looking for. And it's been good for me professionally, great actually for me professionally, and as a person in general, as a human, because it helps me to have structure and balance so I can keep that inner peace. So honestly, homeschooling for me has been really great so far. There is still, I know, a lot to learn, and I look forward to the dynamic of this. It is teaching me a lot, and it's teaching my kids a lot, not only academically, but in terms of how just to be humans. I'm so honored and grateful that I can actually have enough sense. I mean, that sounds weird, but there are certain things that I didn't know before. There are certain things about life that I didn't understand before. And now being in a position where I can understand and relate to so much more that's going on in life, I'm able to show my sons so much more than I could have before. So yeah, I feel really good about that. So we have started the second semester. It's going better than last year so far. It's going good. We have more outdoor activities. But overall, for me, homeschooling has been a great journey so far. It's been a life lesson in itself, and I look forward to all that this journey has to bring. If you have any comments or you need any info or have any questions about homeschooling in Jamaica, feel free to comment and I'll be sure to respond. Thanks again for watching. Stay blessed. Big up yourself. This is Tammy. I'll see you next time. The most important thing to know about Tammy is that they call me a weirdo. I agree, but I love it here. Thanks for joining the Tammy Carroll Show. Hey guys, thanks for being here. Stay blessed.